Okay.
For those who
what we do here is go back.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha, here for your entertainment and educational purposes. Welcome. It's Monday. Let's kick this week off right. Let's get some building done. Let's take a look at a cool book from one of my good friends. Man, let's just have a good time tonight. What do y'all say? It's Monday, man. You know, everybody's got a case of the Mondays, right? So, let's get some business out of the way first. Got the Gundam rifle here, the RX-78 rifle shirt on, the laser pew-pew gun. You can get this on the Child of Mecha store. Go hit that up. It's on childofmecha.com. And so all the tools and some of the other books that we take a look at, not this one that I'm going to take a look at tonight, are on the Amazon link just below on Facebook and on the good old YouTube, later on Twitch, so check that out. So go on there. I've sourced a ton of products out for you. Already good, done the legwork essentially, so you don't have to go searching for things and maybe get the wrong thing. And maybe there are some things on there that you might not have known about. So check that out. It goes to help the channel, the stream, and all that good stuff. It's a good time. Also, too, chisel discipline. I've actually seen people use that phrase, which is like shocking to me. So it's pretty cool, actually. I kind of dig that. The other thing is, man, you know what? We had a really good episode of Gunpla Talk this past weekend on Saturday. We had an awesome modeler, Mr. Aaron Simons, the 2018 Australian GBWC champion. Man, Aaron's such a good dude, and it was a great conversation. And man, we took a look at his a few of his models, his winning model, the Sledgehammer. We've also took a look at his Chieftain, the tank that he's working on right now, that diorama, which is really, really cool. And some of the older stuff that he worked on, his Jesta that he entered, I think, either last year or the year before. So if you have not caught that episode of Gunpla Talk, please go watch it on Zacho Aurelius' channel. It's episode 38. We also talked about, the Gunpla Talk fundraiser / giveaway. You can win this model right here, this very one that I'm holding in my hands. You can win that. One lucky donor will win that very model. And I want to kind of just take a moment to tell you guys a little bit of a story that happened this weekend pertaining to Gunpla Talk and the fundraiser. We were doing the show and we were interacting, and it was just me and Zach this time around. Some of the other guys had some prior commitments, some things that had come up, and so we were just doing, our show with Aaron, and, I was checking the chat and everything like that. And one particular person asked, about the fundraiser and asked where donations are accepted. And luckily, donations are accepted from all around the world, except for Singapore. There's something that it's not copacetic with GoFundMe for some reason. I think it has to do with payment processing or something like that. I'm not really 100% sure. But unfortunately, people from Singapore are unable to contribute, thus unable to enter. So one of the folks in the chat was asking, where the donations were accepted. And I said, everywhere but Singapore. Come to find out, they were from Singapore. So, it was kind of a, womp type of moment there. But a little bit afterwards, this person contacted me, Josh, and Zach through a group kind of chat on Facebook and everything. And come to find out, they wanted to donate so much that they offered to PayPal one of us their donation, and then for us to make it on their behalf, which was, pretty damn awesome. So they went ahead and did that. They PayPal'd Zach, and Zach comes on our Gunpla Talk kind of group chat, and he said, "Holy shit, they donated $200. And I was just like, wait a minute, time out. 200 like Singapore dollars or 200 like USD? And he's like, USD, like US dollars, 200 US dollars. So that was just a really amazing moment. So young lady from Singapore, Heki Dio, on Facebook. Heki, if you happen to be seeing this or if you happen to watch it, thank you from all of us at Gunpla Talk. That's a massive donation, and to go out of your way to kind of jump through hoops there to make that donation possible, for our little fundraiser, man, I really appreciate that. That's pretty awesome. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that, man, there are some really awesome people in this, hobby modeling community, and man, it just got me right here in the feels. Right there. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know, man, it was just awesome. It was a really, really awesome thing. So kind of your feel-good story for the day, right? So let's check in with the chat, shall we, before we get to this book? I saw a lot of people checking in. Starting over on Facebook real quick. Marco Carmona, man, he is from Lima, Peru. He's checking in. He said hi, Tim, a little bit before we started. So what's up, Marco, if you're still watching? David Breed is over there. He said, yo, yo, yo. He says, hey, Tim, question on the tools section. Have you seen or used the new God Hand metal sanding sticks that you can tape sandpaper to so you have a solid surface to sand with? I have not tried those, but I mean, they're just basically like metal strips, like a metal ruler almost. But they're probably a little thicker than this to give a little bit more stability. Me personally, I like these little acrylic ones. These are probably just as stable. These are from Hobby Mate, a shop in Singapore where I got my copy of Scratch Build Revolution from years ago. But you can make your own out of MDF, medium density fiberboard. So if you get like 1/4 inch or maybe even 1/8 inch and cut that down into little kind of manageable strips, then you can do like double-sided tape and stick the sandpaper on that and be perfectly fine. It's a DIY solution and probably a lot cheaper than God Hand products. So just a thought. Let's see who is in YouTube land. Saw a bunch of people checking in before everything started. Let's see. Lenny's with us. Hey, Lenny. Bailey. Blue Flash 1982. Thank you for the follow. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family, too. Thank you for that. Thank you for watching also. So let's see. Lenny, Bailey, Gamerbud, Jay Lynch, Andrew's with us. Who else? I saw Gumpla Paul somewhere in there. Tim Kilborn is with us. He says, question, just what is the fundraiser for? I've never heard of this disease. And Bailey says it's for alopecia areata. It is a hair loss disease. It's an autoimmune disease. I don't think it's a deficiency disease, but basically what happens is your body attacks your hair follicles. It can affect, young, old, men, women, all races, everybody. It basically is just random in the gene pool. And it's not a great thing to have. When you lose all your hair on your head, you lose everything. Like the hair on your head, your eyebrows, your eyelashes. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Living with dry eye syndrome like I do, and having to put drops in your eyes every day, I can only imagine not having eyelashes. No, that's not a fun topic of conversation around these parts. So yeah, that's what the fundraiser's for. The National Alopecia Areata Foundation. You can check them out. They have there's a link on the GoFundMe page, or you can just check out their website. Google them. It's worth a Google, as they said in that Batman Lego movie. So let's see who else is here. Let's see. Yeah, Gumble Paul's checking in with us. Let's see. Blue Flash 1982 just sub there on Twitch as well. He's with us, or she, I don't know. They are with us. Let's see. Gamerbud, I said this in a previous stream. I love the people in this community. I have yet to meet someone who is not awesome. I know, right? And then Tim Melson is over there on Facebook. He says, what up? What up, Tim? All right, so now we're caught up on the chat. And let's see here. Let's talk about a book, shall we? Now, this is the book that we're going to take a look at. So, for those of you not familiar with Mr. Dash, Mr. Kevin Zhang, we've had him on Gumpla Talk, I know at least once. I think we've had him on twice now, to talk about this book, actually. And this is a book that he basically put together all by himself. He did all the graphics, all the photography, all of the layout and design and everything, and then he got it printed, I believe, in China, and then shipped back over here. And man, it's just really cool. Hey, Supersets, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching too. Appreciate it. So Kevin did all of the work in this book, and man, what a great book and what a great resource to have. Now, one thing to make very, very clear, this will not be available on the Amazon link. I wish that it was. I wish it was easier to, to get that way, but you can check this out on his Facebook page, and then I'm sure that you can check it out on his website as well. I'm not 100% sure what his website URL is. Andrew, do you know what it is? Is it Mr. Dash Workshop or something like that, I think? But check him out on Facebook, Mr. Dash, K Dash, maybe if you're looking out there as well. Let's see. Oh yeah. So George Minescu. God, I hope I'm saying that. Might just call you George. But he said, nice works on that book. I don't have it, but I know all the mech from there. It got me into Gumball. Yeah, Mr. Dash, Kevin has been around for quite a long time. Almost as long as I have. But let's go through this because he's done a ton of great work in this. There's Kevin, Mr. Dash, K Dash himself. Yeah, I know, Andrew, YouTube won't give you the... Okay, shop.studio-.net. Thank you, Bailey. At least someone can come through for me. Andrew. So we're going to go through this here real quick. What Kevin has done is put together a really nice kind of photo montage book along with some of his process that has gone into making these particular creations that he's done. Now, just some background. Kevin is a 3-time North American GBWC champion, 3 years in a row, actually. And he is extremely, extremely talented. And I'm lucky enough to call him my friend, I think, hopefully. And so here's the Tau. This is a custom graze that he did for the Clash of the Titans build-off, I believe 2 years ago. And so this is just kind of the starting off of some of the head modifications that he's done. Hey, what's up, James? No Zaku Boy is here on with us on YouTube. Appreciate that. Kurt Hill is over on Facebook. Great book. This one has so much content and tips in it. It really does. Just really good. He is like insanely good at scratch building and helping to mold the plastic to his will. And man, he is just kind of a plastic sculptor. Kevin is very, very creative as well, and he has a tendency to kind of meld I don't know, mythology with Gunpla in this really cool way. So we'll kind of go through these a little bit and see what I'm talking about here. But yeah, he definitely goes step by step in a lot of these processes for making his creations and things. Putty work, scratch building, vacuum forming, all sorts of crazy things. Here's, this crazy round folding weapon. I don't even know what to call it. He kind of shows you like a before and after too. So one of the things with this is the shield that he did. He does some pretty cool stuff that is kind of outside the box. And that's why he's a 3-time champion. So with this, he took this, I don't even know what this is from. I think it's from like an SD or something like that. And then he used epoxy putty to kind of mold that to the shield, right? And just kind of blend that in and everything. And just really, really talented in terms of, creating outside the box type of creations. And then, of course, he's got, some glamour shots of the models, and he's just, man, he's a great, great artist and photographer and just the whole 9 yards. His work is superb. And here's one of the Dom that he made several years ago. And, again, it goes through a lot of the modifications and things. and then a lot of the glamour shots are really kind of cool to see everything really come together, right? Let's see, this particular work, this one right here, this mixed coatl. This is what won GBWC 20 North America GBWC 2016. I actually saw this in person at or was this 15? No, this was 15. Sorry, GBWC North American GBWC 2015. I won 2016. I saw this model in person at New York Comic Con, and it was stunning, absolutely stunning. And just the work that he went into, put into this thing, and made it how it, ended up looking is just incredible. Parts and pieces from many different kits, and bashing here and scratch building there, modifying things. Just really, really nice. He 3D printed the base to have like LEDs and everything shine through, right? Really, really cool. And so here's some of the kind of glamour shots of this thing. Really cool looking. What a great piece. And it just pops. The pictures don't do it justice. You really have to see it in person to really appreciate and see all of the details and things just come out and, come to life. This one, I believe, was the year before, so 2014. And he mixed, mega-sized RX-78 arms with the normal RX-78 and some of the other modifications on here. Just really, really cool stuff. So we'll get through some of these pretty quickly. This one was also amazing. This was from 2013. This is the first year that he kind of came back and kind of won GBWC for the first time back in 2013. This was, what was this? This was... forget what the name of that seed suit is. I don't know. Somebody, I'm sure, will help me out in the chat. But man, this thing was great. Had super smooth gradients in the wings and the body, on the legs and things like that. Just a really, really beautiful piece. And then you kind of get into some older pieces of his from years and years ago, kind of when he was starting this kind of collection of deity work. And let's see, this one in particular, the Camphor, the Blitz. Thank you, Andrew. This one is my kind of favorite model from him. Definitely older, but man, just super, super nice. And let's get to the glamour shots, and I'll show you why. So what he used to do was to take kind of, I guess, like animal deity and mix them with Gunpla. And this one in particular was like a turtle type of deity, like a tortoise. And the shield here has this kind of turtle shell motif on it, if you will. And man, just really, this one in particular just speaks to me. And I'm not 100% sure why. It's just really, really cool. And then here's one that he did of a goof that he kind of mixed with a Zoid tiger, which is really cool. And what I loved about this particular one is he took one of these PVC tiger figures, right? And cut the head off, molded it, cast it in resin, and then started to just kind of whittle away on it, smooth it down, stylize it, and then hollowed out the back, and then used that on one of the shoulders. Like, come on, man. Like, who does that, right? Kevin, obviously, but still, just super original. There you can see the molded tiger shoulder, and man, it was just really, really cool to see. All of these are really cool to see. So let's kind of swing through here a little quickly. Let's see. Now this one in the back, this was the Dragon of Wind. And this was actually a build-off that he did probably a year or two ago with Win I'm On. So Paint Pusher for those of you at home. And man, I tell you what, this was pretty damn awesome to see the layering of plastic sheet and you know, just some of the work, the sculpting work that he did with epoxy putty, and just kind of this plastic sculpting really that went into this was just very, very impressive all the way around. And he ended up with this kind of mechanized dragon thing, and it was awesome. It was super cool to see, and I was lucky enough to see this in person as well. And yeah, and then it kind of gives a montage of things that he's posted in the past, and yeah, so that's Clash of the Deities, right? So go to studio-.net, I believe was the URL. Shop.studio-.net or .com maybe, I don't know. But also Kevin sells tools and some other things on his website at very affordable prices. If you're in the US and you're looking for especially like MadWorks chisels, he's got them for you. So check him out. Kevin Zhang, Mr. Dash, K Dash, for those old school heads like me, Clash of the Deities. Go pick that up. Definitely worth the money. All right, so good deal. Woo! All right, so as you can see, I've made some modifications here to the cutting mat to better help me keep stuff in frame for you guys, because that's always a challenge, right? So let's show you what we have. Let's get zoomed in on this. So I've been obviously doing a little bit of work over the weekend, and so here's the chest. This is all pretty much, almost pretty much done. I think I might add a few little things here and there, but for the most part, this is kind of where I like it to be. Very simple, very nice, and you know, it's definitely got a different look, but you can still tell it's a Jesta, right? So let's go over some of the things that I did over the weekend. Obviously, I finished off this side of the collar, added the other light here, finished off this middle strip here, along with kind of reinforcement rail down here. That's let's see if you guys can see that. Maybe catch a shadow on it or something. Yeah, there it is. Kind of a hint. It's very small. It's 1/4 millimeter thick by what, 1/2 millimeter, and I think it's like 5 millimeters long. But up here, this little detail I really kind of enjoy because this is two strips of 1/2 mil. One just to kind of overlay on the base of the cockpit cover, and then this other one here to overlay. And then in the middle here, I just have kind of a 1/2 round strip just to kind of break the look. And I really kind of like how that came out. If you guys saw the picture that I posted on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, you can see it in a much better detail. But man, I just really like how that looks. There's a few things that I have to tidy up about that, and just a couple things that I need to tighten up on some of the other parts as well. You know, kind of the border scribe here on these two back armor pieces. But for the most part, yeah, this thing is really kind of very close to being done. What I might do is kind of go back and rework this particular part here, this in the middle, focus camera, this part right here, maybe add some plating or something like that to it. I don't know. But Soldier BL, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching as well. That's awesome. Thank you. Very nice of you. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is go back, detail this up a little bit. I don't know, maybe add some straps, some plating or something like that. Not sure exactly what, but that is definitely a candidate for modification. So let's have some fun, shall we? Where did those photo etch go? Ah, there they are. Here we go. Let's have some fun with photo etch, shall we? And I think this is the one that we're going to have fun with. This one right here. 095 from Steel Soul AW, for those of you playing at home. We are going to attach some of these to the chest. Now, since these are so small, you need to have kind of a special tool to be able to handle these and position them and apply them appropriately. So what I like to use is that guy right there. And all this is, it's a safety pin, or I should say a sewing needle, with a little bit of sticky tack on the head of it, right? Just to kind of hold the pieces. So what I do, let's get the eyes on first. It's very important, right? So what we're going to do, let's take this puppy apart here, so it's going to be a little bit easier to install these pieces. Come on now. Okay. Let's get this cockpit armor off here. There we go. All right, so we're going to apply them. Actually, I think I'm going to apply them to the sides here. I think that'll probably be the best positioning for what I want to accomplish here. So what we're going to do is, I like these little guys right here. And so we're going to pull off two of these guys. There's one. And there's two. Okay. So, as you can see, by the size of my finger to the size of that little piece, that's super small, right? Very, very tiny. So, we can't use tweezers because they're too big. We can't use our fingers because obviously we'll never be able to hold them. So, that's where this little guy, this little kind of holder comes into play. So, all you have to do is just... Come on now. Just like that. And that holds that little piece just enough for you to apply a little bit of super glue to it and then apply it to your piece. Now, before we get started, we need to think about placement. Placement is going to be crucial. So what I like to do is to use my T-square here, excuse me, and draw out a line that is perpendicular to the armor opening. That looks to be good right about there. Okay, so with a very steady hand, a line right across there, and that looks pretty good in parallel. Now, what we've got to do is replicate that same line on this other piece. This comes down about 1 millimeter from that corner, so that's a good reference point for us. So right about there. Let's see. Not too bad. I think we might need to angle that down just a bit. I think it's angled up a little bit too much in comparison to the other one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's see if we can catch the light there for you guys. Yeah. Now it's going to go out of focus. All right, cool. But I think we've got placement quite nice at this point. So what we do here, without dropping this little guy, is to kind of see where exactly we are going to want it. Let me just kind of show you what this is going to look like here. So I'm just going to kind of just set this little piece on here, and you can see kind of the effect, right? And what this simulates, this particular piece, it simulates a like a hauling latch, like almost like a grab-on almost, but it's for really like lifting the armor parts off the piece, or lifting the mobile suit itself, like around a hanger or something like that. So let's get focused, and there you can kind of see how that's going to look. It adds a nice little pop of detail, and it helps to enhance the illusion of scale. So there we go. All right, so now what we do is we get our super glue, ultra liquid control, right? And we just put a little, just a teeny dot of super glue on the back of this thing. Not much. And you want to be very careful. Whoa, that's way too much. Okay. All right, we can clean that up later. Not a big deal. All right, so now this is kind of where it really is nerve-wracking, is placement, because you get one shot at this. Okay. Not bad. Like I said, there's going to be some cleanup on this. This one kind of messed up a little bit. And since I put too much super glue on here, what happened, let's see if I can show you. Some of the sticky tack got super glued on there. Not a big deal though, because it can be cleaned up. So we're gonna let that cure. And then now we're gonna do the other piece here. Make sure it's right side up.
because one side has detail etching onto it. The other side is just bare metal. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's see if we can do maybe a little bit better here. There we go. Come on, you. There we are. That's what we like. Okay. So we just got enough of the super glue right on the meat of it, basically, for it to be able to stick onto this thing. Now, the real tricky part is lining this up in the right area here. No, Zaku Boy, James, thank you for that subscribe on YouTube. Appreciate that, brother. Okay. Aha. Much better. All right. So here, that's how it should be done. The first time, not so much, but that's how it should look the right way. So we're just going to press that down just a little bit just to make sure it's got good adhesion. So that's what it should look like. That is what it should not look like. Pretty simple. So there we go. We're going to set those off to the side here. We're going to let that super glue cure up. Let's catch up with the chat here. Let's take these off because it's warm in here, guys. All right, let's see what we got. What we got. Bailey says, "I love the MadWorks line. Just about everything is worth it." Yeah, I haven't tried MadWorks anything yet, but they seem to make very good products. Tim Kilborn, the word fun and photo etch should never be in the same sentence. Nice. Hey, Captain Weirdbeard is with us. He says, yo, what's going on, Captain? Soravan is over there holding down the fort on Twitch. Soravan, thank you for your efforts as always. It's so appreciated. He says, yeah, that's why I drop super glue onto something like cardboard, then apply it to the piece with a toothpick. Yeah, you know what? That's a very good suggestion. The reason why I'm doing it out of the bottle is because over time, it's kind of created a little kind of poker pointy thing on the tip, and that's what I use. So kind of the same sort of process, maybe? Not exactly, though. But that's a very good suggestion. Very good suggestion. Yeah, so Bailey, that's the middle box here, this little teeny weeny box, that's the super zoom box. So yeah, that I needed both to make sure that I stay in frame for both zooms. James, no Zaku boy. I tend to put super glue on a lid and use a toothpick to apply super glue thinly. Yeah, same thing. Let's see. Edwin RSA, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Edwin. Thank you for watching, buddy. Blue Flash 1982 over there on Twitch. Have you ever detailed a high-grade kit? You know, honestly, I'm not really into high-grade kits. I primarily work on 1/100 scale. So no, I really haven't. Sorry. It's not really my scale of choice. Sorry. Gamerblood, I tend to superglue lids on bottles. It's happened to everyone, right? Lenny says, not even working on Gumbos tonight. Still awesome to watch and gain so much. Number 5 voice input. Nice. Thank you for watching, Lenny. Alex Dadoof. What's going on, Alex? He says, yo, yo. Jonathan G, welcome. Hey, Com, what size scriber should I start with? Good question. What I like is, let's show you just right quick. What I like for 1/100 scale is 0.15 for panel lines, 0.30 for notches mostly, and let's see what else. .50 for a little bit bigger notches, and .70 for kind of big notches. Mind you, sometimes I will pull out the big old 1.0 for notches, but that's very rare, very rare. Some of the other ones, I do have bigger ones, but again, those are very situational. If you really want to get 3, these are the sizes that I would recommend for 1/100 scale. If you're doing 144, I would change out the .15 to a .1. That'll help you do panel lines to a much better scale for high grades and things like that, 144 scale. So those are the 3 that I would recommend to start with. So good question. Soldier BL, too tiny of a scale. You know, I just, yeah. I like bigger scales to be able to kind of get a little bit more creative in terms of the amount and style and mix of detail, you know, that I can put into it. 144, it's just a little small for me. Just a preference, I guess, you know? So, yeah. I definitely am not a fan of it. I'm not necessarily opposed to working on 144. I actually have one in the kind of in planning stages. Sorvan, good. Sorvan over on Twitch, he says, Tim likes big kits and he cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Yes, sir. That's exactly accurate. That's exactly accurate. Blue Flash 1982, mine either. I entered a contest where the main limitation is a high grade kit from Build Fighters. Build Fighters try and build divers. Yeah, you know, it's all personal preference. You know, if you know, if somebody likes to work on high grades, and there's a ton of people that do, and very successfully, I might add, at it. Go with it. You know, if you like 100 scale, if you like 160, if you like those massive 148s, rock it out. Yeah. Soldier BL, which high grade is in the planning? It's a good question. It's a very good question. Where is it? Wait right there and I'll be back. All right, here we go. So, that's the one. The OG RX-78 high grade. Man, it's simple one, right? So this isn't like the Revive or, you know, Real Grade or anything. This is like old school OG HGUC, right? So what I'm going to do with this kit, some of you may know, some of you may not, but what I'm going to do when I start recording tutorial videos, whenever that may be, this will be the kit that I kind of work through, right? So look for that in the future sometime. Not the near future, but in the future. So, good question. So, it's super simple kit. You can, you know, build it out of box. It still look pretty cool. You can get ill and do crazy details with it, and it would look even better. But I'm going to do some special things with that kit, and yeah, I'm not going to give too much more away because I don't, you know, things can change. If I tell you that I'm going to do this and then change my mind, yeah, that's never a good thing. So I have that planned. You'll see it when you see it, I guess, right? Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Sorvan says that kit is awesome for its time. Yeah, you know, just old school. You know, like I said, OG RX-78. It's the Universal Century HUC number 021, so 21st kit out of the entire HGC line. That's, yeah, I mean, that's, you're getting back there in age, right? So it's a good kit. It's a good kit. Let's see what else. Soldier BL, a classic. I think so. Yeah, Bailey, very OG HUC. Yeah, big time. And I wanted to do an older, very kind of low entry level kit to show that what you can achieve if you just build it straight. I think it'll end up being a pretty good tutorial series. So my hope is to take you from step one of opening the box all the way to finished piece, and slicing those steps in manageable pieces to be able to consume and maybe watch again excuse me, on YouTube. So that's the plan. That's been the plan for a while. Just not enough time in the day. Hey, Mikkel is joining us over on Facebook. What's up, Mikkel? Haven't built the RX-78 kit yet. Yeah, you know what? Funny enough, this will be the first RX-78 kit that I have built as well. Believe it or not, I've never built an RX-78 before. Just, I don't know, old grandpa. Let's see, Bailey, the old GM HGC is similar to it. Was my first airbrush kit 15 years ago. Nice. We still recommend it for learning seam line removal, masking parts, etc. Yes, that's why I'm using this as my tutorial bitch. What it do, Mikkel? Mikkel over there on Facebook, he says, what it do, Tim? What it do? I don't know what it do. Mikkel's good people, man. Mikkel's good people. All right, let's see. Nozaku boy. Well, time to bust out a first grade kit again. Damn, James, you're a glutton for punishment, aren't you, brother? That was a learning experience, a painful but fun one, I bet. Andrew says, Mikkel, you have a damn backlog of a store. Mikkel, he's talking about you. Hit him back. Soldier BL, I haven't built a RX-78-2 either. Blue Flash 1982 over there on Twitch says, most of my builds have been RX-78-2s. Nice. So a tale of two worlds, right? So that's awesome. Some people really dig it. Some people are so into it that they build every single one. And then there are people kind of like me that are just not drawn to that particular model of mobile suit. Some are drawn to other different things. Andrew Mikkel says, stop the hate. I agree. Stop the hate. Mikkel also says, not much of an impressive kit compared to all the kits that has come after it. That's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, no, for its time, this was a great kit. For now, yeah, it's mediocre at best. But the one thing that this kit has going for it is that it is good for tutorials. It will teach the learner, some really great techniques. Seam line removal especially, nub removal, all of that good stuff. Painting and masking, all sorts of, interesting things that, you can learn. And this, I think, will be the perfect kit for the secondary plans that I have for it. But I'm not going to tell you that just yet, because it's not finalized or anything like that. So don't even worry about all that stuff. So, Andrew, you're not giving Mikkel tough love. You're giving him a hard time. Sorry, hate to break that to you. Let's see. Gamer Bud, my first RX-78 was the Master Grade version 3. Don't feel like I want to build any of the others after that one. Yeah. The 3.0 is, man. Let's see. Mikkel says that's a good step for those snap builders out there. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, hopefully we kind of bring some of the more casual folks into the fold, you know, with doing up a kit and, you know, just adding some spice to it, you know? It's good stuff. Build it into the Solomon Express, Mikkel says. That would be cool. That would be cool. Man, yeah, Solomon Express is love that. Bailey says, first RX-78 I built was recently too, the 1-year War Master Grade, my favorite. I bought the Verka when it came out, but just for parts for GM Sniper 3. Awesome. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Alex says, Alex the Doof says, pricey too. They were like 900 yen for 3 meh for pieces of stocks. You trailed off there for me, Alex. I got you. Pricey too. They were like 900 yen for 3, and then it just kind of wandered off into something. I don't know. Sticks. Yeah, you still lost me, Alex. I'm sorry, brother. But it's the Andrew. Whatever, Andrew. I'm not even gonna read it. Carabang Rebus is with us over on Facebook. Jesta, master grade or high grade? Master grade. Always master grade. 1/100 scale. Mikkel says, you can do it in terms of the Solomon Express. Love that kit. But I loved Jupiter's Ghost even more. Oh, yeah. And that kit right there, that's what I bought it for. Think about that. Think about that. A 1/60th scale. Right there. That guy. 1/60th scale is Jupiter's Ghost. Out of this world, right? That'll be a long time coming. Don't hold your breath for that one, folks. Yeah. Let's see. Carabang Rebus says, yeah, master grade Jesta, solid kit, bro, quite heavy. Yeah, I love the master grade Jesta. It's awesome. It's such a good kit. So well engineered, so well made. Just all sorts of blank spaces that you can get crazy with. Really love it. Mikkel says, don't tell me you're doing it too. To damn that Jupiter Express. No, man, Jupiter's Ghost. The Dom one with the big things on the back, the fuel tanks or whatever. No legs. I'm a no legs builder. Don't you know that yet? That's just me. Andrew, yes, that is a 1/60th scale HY. What is it? I don't even know. No, that's the Glorious series. So for those of you that don't know, Bandai used to make this line of 1/60th scale kind of high grades, but they were a little more intricate than that. I guess think about it as like a 1/60th scale RE, right? And so that particular kit came out years and years ago, and I was able to snag one here within the last 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, that's going to be a way off into the future type of project, but that's what I bought it for specifically. Yeah, he's going to become a Jupiter's Ghost at one point or another. That will probably not be a GBWC build because that will be very large, and it'll probably be out of dimensions for GBWC, and it would probably get disqualified. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want to spend all that time and get disqualified on a whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Fuck it. Let's go back to the chat, shall we? There's one on sale on Mandarake for 180. Damn, that's a good price for that. But then you gotta ship it, which is, forget about it. I want to spend 180 just in shipping alone from Mandarake. Let's see. Andrew Young, perfect. Zeong is love. I don't know about that. Gizmo Con Gumpla. What's going on, Jonathan? Thank you for watching, buddy. We need a new Jesta in the master grade treatment, not high grade. I agree, man. I think we need like a reissue on the Jesta canon in a normal release. I think that would be awesome. That would be a nice thing to see for Bandai, right? Mikkel says that shit is a relic. Yes, it is. It is pretty old, right? They made what did they make? They made the 2 DOMs, one just a regular Rick Dom, and then Char's Rick Dom, and then they made the Goof. And I think that was the only 2 Glorious series that they actually put into production. Because I have not seen any other kits other than those 2. They've got LEDs, the whole 9 yards, yeah. So, Kenneth Sim, yes, it does. That thing does come with LEDs. And they're crazy. Crazy. Oh yeah, so there's Alex, the Doof, Glorious Series, Goof 2, yep, definitely. Soldier BL over on Twitch, E-Day has built a Jupiter Ghost. Really, he did? I have not seen that. I'm pretty familiar with all of E-Day's works. I have not seen that. I have to look that up. It's pretty cool. But he probably didn't do a 1/60th scale. No, I love E-Day's work, man. Huge inspiration for me when I was building the Hummingbird. You know, seeing his Project Gwen and everything like that, man, just perfect. Good stuff. But that was back when technical builds could still win GBWC. Kenneth Sim, it had a remote control, wasn't it? I don't think so. If it did, I didn't see it, but I don't think the Glorious series ever came with like a remote control type of thing. Let's see, Alex to do. Henry has a Goof reviewed and stuff on his channel. Oh, the 1/60th Glorious series, yeah. I've seen people build that into Goof Customs, which are just awesome. Just really awesome. Let's see. Carabang Rebus says, for meantime, what kit you working on? Master Grade Jesta, man. That's exactly what we're working on. We're doing that a little bit tonight, but we got sidetracked on the chat here. We're having some good conversation, going back and forth between Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and all that. So we're having a little bit of a good time. So we're gonna get back on the Jesta here in a few minutes once we kind of get caught up and you know, close the loop on our conversations and stuff. Mikkel says that's a hell of a find. Yeah. The Glorious series, man, you don't find them too much anymore. So, like I said, I bought that for a specific reason, and yeah, that's to enter it into, or I should say, convert it into a Jupiter 1/60th Jupiter's Ghost. I haven't seen anybody do it yet. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So let's see here. Soldier BL. So it's a high grade. Okay, so E-Day did a high grade 144 Jupiter Ghost. Still very cool, and E-Day's work is awesome. So that's awesome. That's really cool. Alex the Doof says Henry has a Goof reviewed. Oh, I've already read that. Gizmo Con Gumpla. Jonathan says, canon reprint for sure, but definitely tempted to get a base jabber to put a Jest on. Yeah, I forgot about the base jabber. That's coming out soon, isn't it? Man, that would be cool. You know, having a 1/100 scale base jabber. That could open up possibilities for dioramas and vignettes and scenes and stuff. Good call. Andrew Young, Henry entered it last year, LOL, for GBWC. Did he? Did he? Did he enter it in New York? I don't remember. Oh well. Gizmo says, yes, it is. In terms of the base jabber. Yeah, Andrew, I gathered that. that it was the goof that you were talking about. Sorvine, yes, Henry did last year. I don't remember it. Too bad. Oh well. I have to look at pictures from last year and kind of jog the memory. I'm sure I probably saw it, but I just, for the life of me, I can't remember it. But still very cool. All right. So, going once, going twice. Anyways, man, must run. Gotta get back to work. James, no Zaku boy. Thank you for watching, dude. Enjoy work. I know that's a hollow kind of thing to say, but do your best, man. All right. So, looks like Mikkel is over on YouTube with us now. Maverick176, that kit was on the bottom of the shelf. Hidden from view. That's probably why I don't remember it, because I probably didn't really notice it all that much. What can I do, right? I saw the winner last year, Gal's model. That was very impressive, actually. And saw Jordan's entry. That was very impressive. And some of the other ones were really cool, too. And I know Mikkel, Mikkel, what did you enter last year? I forget. Oh, Carabang Rebus. Absolutely, you can share to your group. That would be very much appreciated. Carabang Rebus over there on Facebook, he says, can I share to my group? 100% yes. Everything. Share it all. That would be amazing. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. That would be great. The cursed bottom shelf, Gizmo Con Gumpla says. Yeah, right. The cursed shelf. All right. Looks like our super glue is cured on these photo etch pieces. So we're going to do a little bit of cleanup, shall we? One side is good to go. One side, not so much. And you know what, Mikkel? That's what I thought. I thought you entered the Barbados last year, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Carabang. Appreciate that, buddy. That is awesome. That is awesome. I feel the love. I feel it. All right, let's get back over to camera 2. Let's get back to work, shall we? Visor down. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty ugly compared to this one. This one looks really nice. This one, not so much. Not so much. We're going to have to do a little bit of cleanup on this. So let's start with the hobby knife, and let's start trying to get some of this super glued sticky tack off of here. We're just going to try to shave off bits from the surface of the metal piece first. And that's coming off actually super easy, so that's encouraging. And then what we're going to do after this is we're going to chisel out the middle part of this if it doesn't come off with the rest of it. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it's coming off the surface of the metal super easy. Super easy. So that's very encouraging. So now, all we got to do is really just chisel out the middle here. So I'm going to start. Let's see if 0.50. Yeah, that'll be perfect right there. So we're just going to push some of this super glue out of the way. Hopefully it just pops off. And that's pretty much what it's doing right now. So this cleanup might actually be pretty easy. I'll just do a little bit of scraping here in the middle. And you want to be super careful not to try, you don't want to dislodge the piece because it's only held on there by super glue. And super glue, as strong as it is, can become brittle, very brittle. Luckily,
the glue that I use, the Loctite, what is it? Loctite Ultra Liquid Control. It's definitely not as brittle as some of the other super glues that I have used in the past. So that's kind of why that's my super glue of choice. Just because it's got some really great properties in it, which makes it, you know, a lot more resilient to flexing and breaking, and all that other gnarly stuff that can happen with a super glue. Okay. This cleanup is actually going a lot better than I had expected. I'll be honest with you, I fully expected this piece to just pop right off, and it's holding on really well. But the super glue itself is scraping off with the chisel quite nicely, which I'm actually pretty enthused about. But this does prove a point that precision when applying photo etch is super important. Okay, I think we are getting in pretty good shape here, guys. Just a little bit more to clean up here. All right, let's see. Clean that off with the old toothbrush here. Let's compare, shall we? And see what it looks like. Damn, that looks pretty good. Let's get you guys looking at this. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. Look at that. That cleaned up really well. I'm actually proud of myself. Imagine that. So that, man, that looks kick-ass right there. So let's mock it up on the part, or on the chest itself, right? And then you can see kind of the effect. All right, so there's kind of what it looks like. And now if you can imagine, you know, hooks, you know, like will come down, latch onto this bottom latch here, and that'll, you know, imagine it to be movable, you know, swinging up and down. That'll latch onto there, and then it'll give it a grab-on point to grab, you know, the mobile suit. Now, granted, if that's the only place to grab onto this thing, it will swing like that, just based on center of gravity. So we're going to need another set of this near the back. So what I'm planning on doing is to let's see, where is it? When we go to put on the backpack here, so the backpack will be sort of like this, right? What we can do is to put a couple like here and here, or someplace else. So that's the idea. That's the idea. But I think those look rather nice. What do you guys think? I like it. I dig it. Dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Let's see. Carabang Rebus over there on Facebook says, I'm still learning about Gunpla. Newbie here. Oh, well, welcome to the hobby. That's awesome. You're in the right place. Because this is a place for learning. And maybe some entertainment too. Hopefully. Let's see. What are you guys doing over here on Facebook? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Andrew's going back to school tomorrow, guys. First day of college. He's a college boy. He's a youngster. Ha ha. Let's see.
Yeah, Gizmo Compla says, "Yikes! Some work needs to be done." Yeah, I guess in response to what I showed earlier with the glued-on sticky tack. Yeah, that was nasty looking, right? That is definitely not how you should do it. And that's not how you should do it at all. No, sir. Nope. Raymond Chan is giving a big old thumbs up over there on Facebook. Thank you for that, Raymond. I appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. Everybody's giving Andrew a hard time because he's going back to school tomorrow. Let's see. Kenneth Sim actually got a FD of mine. Oh, a friend of mine did a master grade Jupiter Ghost a long time back. That would be cool to see. That's awesome. Any Jupiter's Ghost is awesome, man. So that's really, really cool. Alex DeDoof, how is Loctite in terms of the typical super glue frosting? No, it will frost. There is no doubt about that. It will frost up nice and good. So you don't want to use it for canopies, clear parts, things like that. No, hard pass, hard pass. But for simply, construction-wise, scratch building, photo etch, things like that, super nice. Let's see. Maverick, Mikkel says those photo etch part does wonders. Yes, they do. I really like these Steel Spirit series of photo etch parts. Soldier BL, make a dio showing what you have explained with the latch and all. I would. That's actually a damn good idea. It is, I must admit. But I'm not necessarily a real dio kind of guy. I just build a model. So there are other people that are a lot better than me at building dioramas and stuff. I'm more like a build a cool display base type of guy. But that's actually a really good idea. Showing kind of a mobile suit being carted around in a ship carrier or maintenance bay or something like that. That would be a kick-ass diorama. I would love to see that. I just don't know if I could pull it off, quite frankly. Carabang Rebus asked, did you do weathering for your kit? Yes, actually the Aussie I did weathering on, and that was really kind of my first concentrated effort into weathering. So I'm still very much a weathering rookie. Because I was still very, very new to weathering, and that was just last year. So usually I build clean kits straight off the factory room floor. That's usually my aesthetic that I kind of gravitate to, right? But I tried something new on the Aussie last year, and I think it came out pretty decent. I think, looking back at it in retrospect, there were definitely places that I could have improved upon. And I would have loved to finish a base for it, for presentation purposes. But man, I was still pretty damn happy with it. So, baby steps, right? Baby steps. GizmoCon Gumpla, very nice. Helicopter, hover jet, drop Jesta by the sounds of it. Yeah, I think that would be super cool. Super cool. Lenny says, I feel you on the college thing. Just started the semester myself. So, wow, we got some college kids in the house. Have fun at school, kids. Let's see. Andrew says, I didn't even finish GBWC build still. His GBWC build. I can't talk tonight for some reason. He says, I will vent my anger on all of you internet people who oppose me. Andrew, you're such a drama queen, I swear. GizmoCon Gumpla says, what glue would you suggest for clear parts like canopies? Good question. I don't know, because I've never, ever had to mess with a canopy. All I know is you just shouldn't use anything that will frost up, and the Loctite Ultra Liquid Control frosts up like a frosty morning. Let's put it that way. But no, I've never built a plane or a jet or anything like that. Sorry, man. GizmoCon Gumpla says, damn, Tim, now you got me thinking to use a master grade base jabber and have a Jesta cannon hanging underneath it. Why must give me ideas? Well, no, I didn't give you the idea. I did not give you the idea. Soldier BL on Twitch, he's the guy. That's the one with the idea. Soldier BL. Credit him. Don't credit me. Don't credit me. Soravon Zero. Good. If you want tips on canopies, look up an aircraft modeler on YouTube. Good suggestion, Soravon. Very good suggestion. So, Jonathan, YouTube it, buddy. Bailey, I believe Testers sells a glue for clear parts. Yeah, I think a lot of the companies, modeling companies make specific glue for canopies and clear parts and all that stuff. I just build Gunpla, man. I build giant robots on a moderately small scale, or so the T-shirt says. Hint, hint. Booyah! All right, so Bailey says, haven't had a need for it either myself. GizmoCon Gunpla, that was the thumbs up. Maverick, if you're looking for a clear, dry glue, Semidyne high-grade model glue CA-089 P20 milliliter. It's on Amazon. And damn if that's not a mouthful. God. Also use it for photo etch parts. Well, there you go. There you go. For all that, I just like this stuff right here. It's inexpensive. I can buy it in bulk on Amazon or get it at my local Home Depot. And it's the bee's knees when it comes to gluing on photo etch and laminating parts for scratch building and all that good stuff. Making scribing jigs. Perfect use for that. So, to each their own. Whatever your personal preference is, use what works. You know what I mean? Use what works. All right, so let's refocus our efforts on this guy right here. And I'm just looking over the rest of the chest here to make sure that that all looks good. And man, yeah, I'm really happy with how that cleaned up. Kind of relieved too, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be kaput, but no, it got salvaged, and that's what's important, right? That's what's important. All right. So, hey, what do you guys think about the new Cublé coming out? The new P Bandai with the giant hands. I dig it. I dig it. Almost to the point that I'm like, maybe I want one. What do you guys think? I don't know. Talk about it. Get a convo on it. Because I love those lines. I love that line that it's from. I forget the name of the line. Yeah, it's Naoki's kind of design, but that whole line is basically Naoki's designs and everything. Super Toki, the white and black one. Yeah, that one. The one that just got premiered at C3 this past weekend. Bailey says, is it a master grade? Yeah, it's a P Bandai with some giant hands and some other modified parts and stuff like that. Super Toki, it looks dope. It does, man. I love it. We took a look at it on Gunpla Talk over the weekend, and man, I was just like blown away by it. It's awesome, right? Alex the Doof, most dig it or hate it. I dig it. And I'm not even really into the Cublé, as a design overall. But for some strange reason, who knows why, I like that one. Maybe it's Naoki's style. Nan Papa, thank you for the subscribe there on YouTube. That's awesome. Thank you for watching as well. Welcome to the family. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I love Naoki's, all the Naoki designs and everything. Super Toki, I want Dude, I want two, right? I want that. He made that Cubelay a few years ago, only love the hands. Andrew, get out of here. Get out of the chat. Just, don't you have school tomorrow? Get out of here. Jeez. Bailey says, shut your mouth. I agree with Bailey, dude. Shut your mouth. Soldier BL, that new Master Grade Cubelay looks a lot like Toymaker's one. Yeah, I think Toymaker did something very similar where he kind of did some things. And I think, and even Kenny had, if you're friends with him, Astria Kai, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube as well. You're amazing. Welcome to the family. But yeah, Kenny Lim Toymaker, if you're not, friends with him on Facebook or anything, he actually posted kind of on his personal Facebook, and he mentioned that he the new Cubelay looked like what he did a few years back. So that's actually kind of funny. Lenny says, can anyone send a link to it? I have not seen that yet. Let's see. I might be able to find it. Oh, you know what? Gundam Kits Collection. Check that out. It's on there. Everything's on there. Let's see. Andrew, you have... this kid, man. I don't know. Like, why do we even bother with you, Andrew? I swear. Why? Like, why do we even bother? You have to go to college tomorrow, and you still haven't even packed. Like, come on, man. Get with the program. Super Toki, my girlfriend already claimed the bill, but I think I'll keep it. She's all about the Cubelays. Cubelays are kind of cool. I don't know. Soldier BL says, I know. Alex the Doof says, Andrew, go to school. I know, right? Get to school. Soldier BL put a link to Toymaker's Cubelay there on Twitch for everybody, so go check that out if you are watching on Twitch. Good number of you actually are right now. Really cool. Yeah, Alex the Duke, get out. Great. Oh, man. Let's see. Bailey says, well, if it means we get reprints of the Master Grade Cubelay, I'm for it. Been wanting the LPO. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Aleppo, Elite, LPO, whatever. Mark II. Alex, you're crazy, man. Okay, so Alex the Doof Studios on YouTube says, I ordered me 4 of the pod balls. What are you going to do with 4, man? Are you going to build all 4 of them yourself? You're going to have a pod ball army? Hope you're reselling some of those, man. I really, really do. Jeez. Caleb Paul Alawan gives us a good old thumbs up over there on Facebook. Thank you, Caleb. Appreciate you watching. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I think 4 pod balls, Alex, you might be a little bit too much there. You might have a problem. We may need to have a conversation about your pod ball obsession. I think it's unhealthy. I really do. Soldier BL, I am so happy that I got to be online at this hour. GMT +2. I'm having so much fun. Awesome, dude. I'd love to hear that. That's so cool. That is so cool. Love it when people are having fun, watching the stream, conversing, interacting. It's fun. This whole hobby is so much fun and so damn cool. And man, the people are just super, super chill and awesome. Alex says they were cheap, 22 USD a piece on Korean Bandai for the win. Fuck you, Alex. Love you, buddy. But fuck you. $22 a piece. Jeez. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to work on this thing, shall we? Let's not dwell on the cheap price points that Alex is teasing us with. Let's figure out what we're going to do here, because this part is kind of, I don't know, getting at me. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what to do with it. Oh, man. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's having fun. It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye or a pod ball. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. So I think I know what I want to do now after a few seconds of thinking about this. So what I did on this piece here, on the cockpit piece, and on some of the leg, and here you can see it on the waist. If it focuses on it, probably won't. Come on, focus right there. That little reinforcement strip, and that's something I kind of do, you know, as an aesthetic type of thing on some pieces. And I did it on the front of the cockpit armor. Let's see if you can, I don't know if it's going to show on camera here. It's just a little blown out, but there's a little hint of it right down there at the bottom, right? If you saw on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, you can see that in much greater detail. So what I'm going to do, I believe, is to put a couple reinforcement strips right along the side here, kind of close to the inside of the collar, right? And I think that's going to break up just this long armor piece right along here. I mean, because this is all one armor piece now, right? So we need to break the visual monotony on that. So I think a little bit of reinforcement right there will look pretty nice. So let's measure that, shall we? Alex the Doof says, LOL Tim, tell you what, you pay shipping and I'll send you one. Nah, dude, I don't even like the polypod ball, so you keep them, enjoy them. Enjoy. I appreciate the offer though, brother, I really do. That means a lot. It means a lot more. You know, when people offer stuff like that, how much more nice can you get, right? So, right there at you. Right there. I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what we've got here. What's the length of this going to be? This looks like it should be 14 millimeters. All right, so let's measure this out. And we're going to need 2 strips of 14 millimeter apiece. Excuse me. So right about there. We're going to cut this with our hobby knife, because cutting this on the chopper, no bueno. It's so thin and so small in diameter that the chopper will just lose it and it won't even cut properly. So we just cut it with our hobby knife. So there we go. We got our 2 little strips there. Very tiny strip, but I do like using it because it enhances the illusion of scale. And I use that term a lot, illusion of scale. It helps to enhance the size of it. You know, the feeling that this is a scale representation of a giant robot, right? So if you take a look on my website, chowdamecha.com, in the I think it's the article section, I have a gallery of the 1-to-1 scale Gundam from 2016 when I went to Japan, and I took a ton of high-res photos, ton, and you can see the little bitty, itty bitty little details on that thing, and it's just staggering. The things that went into it, right? So that's what I mean kind of by the illusion of scale. That's what the notches are for. That's what these little reinforcement strips are for. They give kind of realism and illusion to the model being larger, obviously, than it is. So Alex could offer you 2 balls. I think I'm good. I see what you did there, Alex. I see what you did there. I think I'm covered there. Appreciate it, though. You son of a bitch. Oh, we have a good time, don't we? We have a good time. All right, so let's get these glued in place. We're just going to pop this, stab this a little bit with the hobby knife. Let's get a little bit of glue off of there because we don't want this running too much. We're just going to just kiss this with a little bit of glue, not a lot. You don't want it running over or under or on the sides or anything. You just want the strip on the bottom to be nice and glued. All right, so now we're going to pop this right on to here. Let's get this adjusted and in place. We need to make sure that it's parallel with the inside of this collar. And since this is so small, we need to adjust it, you know, basically at full length here too. Okay. That looks pretty good. Press it into place a little bit so we get a little squeeze out. That looks pretty nice. And what I think I might do, since this collar angles off this way, what I think I'm going to do is to cut this at roughly the same angle as that. Clear that off. And now that looks pretty good. Right? Now that's cut at the same angle, so it looks like it's kind of a deliberate reinforcement, right? I dig it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Andrew, I swear I'm going to kick you off the chat. You're killing me, kid. Go pack for your college. Are you sure you didn't fail out of college yet and you're just lying to us? Or are you one of those like idiot savants? Like Zuckerberg. He'll probably be a billionaire one day. Watch. Okay. Let's get this other piece on here. Okay. So again, we need to make sure that this matches up parallel with this inside line on this collar here. Okay. That looks really nice. Black Lotus, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Thank you for watching as well. That's awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Andrew, I wish I was out of college. Screw my school. Drama queen. You're a drama queen. Go cry in your dorm room. Get your GBWC entry done. Okay. Cut that side to match the angle as well. And I think also what I'm going to do is to cut the front sections of these two strips here to match this angle drop off here as well. Let's get that done. And as you can see, we're just going to cut this in place. You don't have to do it or try to do it you know, before you glue it on, because you'll never really get the proper angle. If you do it this way, you're not really doing much to the surface other than cutting this little strip off, and you're just kind of scraping it away. And if you do it right, it leaves no marring to the rest of the surface. Perfectly fine, right? So there now is the collar. Looking pretty good, I might add. Let's get a little super zoom action in tonight, because we haven't done that so far this evening, have we? get some super zoom. Super zoom. There's the box. Look at that. Boom. Matched it up super nice. And let's get that right in there for you to look at. And bang. Pretty nice, yeah? So, like I said, this angle here matches this angle drop off here, and then this angle matches this angle drop off right there. And it's same on both. So it looks pretty nice. Obviously, there's a little bit of squeeze out that, you know, we'll have to clean once this is cured and all that good stuff. But for the most part, looking pretty nice, right? So let's get out of super zoom, shall we? Back to 1. Get rid of the box. Get all this back in line. Maverick176 Mikkel over on YouTube says, zoom that bitch in. Yes, sir. Alex DeDoof says, I went to a private Christian university. Pretty sure place is going to be way more fun than mine was, Andrew. And Lenny says, if you don't mind me asking, what's your major? Yeah, what is your major, Andrew? Annoyance? I thought that was funny. Annoyance. Haha. But oh my. Totally not funny, but what are you going to do? All right. So we've got the cockpit armor all done up. We've got some pretty cool stuff going on over here with the photo etch. And I think what I might do is maybe add just a tad bit more to that. I'm not 100% sure just yet. I'll have to think about it and kind of think about the visualization of it and what it's going to look like. But that is looking pretty nice thus far. Now, like I said, the front part, I'm just not 100% sure what I want to do with. Like these parts right here, this front section on both sides, that's what I'm having kind of a mental block on. I might just do some box scribes on that and call it a day. I think that would actually look kind of nice. Yeah, because the way we've scribed this so far is that, let's see if I can get the zoom in. I'll show you the scribes here. Come on. All right, so you can see the scribes here. This section right here is a panel, an armor panel. And then this front section here is also an armor panel. But then you've got this whole long section here that is a solid one piece of armor, right? So what I might do is kind of like a sub panel right here on the front. Maybe there's some important mechanical stuff back there. I don't know. Man, and you can't even see the pencil lead. It's shitty. Anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. But let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let's catch up, shall we? We've been going back and forth in the chat, but let's see what you guys are talking about. Chemical engineer. Really? You're going to school to become a chemical engineer? I don't know about that one. Ron Art gives the big old thumbs up over there on Facebook. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for watching. Let's see. Lenny, nice. Went for a business major. Very good. That's awesome. Let's see. Andrew says, you're an inferior engineer compared to the top tier chemical engineer. Okay, whatever. Alex says, I majored in TV and film production with a minor in Spanish. Should work for Telemundo, Alex. Oh, very good question, Ron. Ron Art over on Facebook says, why the face on being a chemical engineer? No, not the fact, not the role or the occupation of chemical engineer, just who is going for that particular vocation at this point. Andrew Young over on Facebook, and we are just giving him a hard time and having a little bit of fun with him. So that's why. So good question. Good question. But yeah, we're just having fun with him. Just having fun with him. He's a little smart ass, and you know, we need to give him hell a little bit, because tomorrow's his first day, or his first day back to college. So, you know, we're just messing with him a little bit, having some fun. So he's a good sport. Burkana Ace Schultz is over there on YouTube. Welcome, B. Thank you for joining and watching. Maverick McKell says, aerospace engineer is the best. Andrew Young says, nice. Oh, cool. Ron Art is an electrical engineer. Man, we got engineers for days in here, man. That's awesome. Total respect to the engineering field. I'll be honest with you, that's kind of what I wanted to do when I was a bit younger, like a design engineer. That's kind of what I wanted to be. But then I kind of evolved into graphic design, and that just, it got its hooks into me, and it just wouldn't let go. So the whole engineering side of thing kind of went to the wayside. So, but all respect due to engineers. Big time. Big time. All right, let's see what else. Damn. Bailey says, I'm 3 times psychology. It's straight up serious. Holy moly, man. Kira Yet over there on Facebook is watching. He says, I'm still a student studying mechatronic engineering or mechanical engineering. I don't know. Never heard of mechatronic before. Sounds like something out of Gundam. Are you designing Gundams over there, Kira? That would be cool. Not gonna lie. But thank you for watching, buddy. That's awesome. Oh, man. Ron Art says, but in some sort, you are still practicing design. That's a good point, man. Maybe I'm an honorary mechanical designer, or mechanical engineer, or design engineer. I don't know. Mechanical design, engineering design, whatever. I'll take it. Give me an honorary diploma. Somebody get it. Oh, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. But let's see. Gamerbud has his master's degree in couch potato, he says, over there on YouTube. Very good. Very good. Oh, cool. Kira Yet over here on Facebook says, it is a combination of mechanical, electronic, and programming engineering. Holy shit! That's some serious schooling, man. That's awesome. Yeah, you're definitely building a Gundam. All props to you, Kira. That's amazing. Good luck. Best of luck with that. That is, man. That's awesome, dude. Let's see. Everybody's having fun. Oh, cool. Alex the Doof says, I did intern at the Daily Show with, I think he meant Jon Stewart, for 6 months. That's kind of cool. On a big-time show. Well, kind of a big-time show. Cable show. That's good stuff. GamerBuzz says, years ago I did a little art schooling, but never anything beyond that. That's okay. A little bit's better than nothing. Man, everybody's getting in on the engineering thing tonight, man. We got a lot of engineers. Black Lotus is an IT engineer. Awesome. Let's see. Rashiga over there on... Rashiga, forgive me. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name, buddy. I'll just butcher it, and it won't be respectful, and it will just end up badly, I think. So Rashiga is a mechanical engineer. Damn, respect. That's awesome. Who loves gunplay says, yeah, we all do, man. But that's so cool. Geez, yeah, a lot of engineers, man. Lots of engineers. Yeah, Ron Art over there on Facebook says that's a lot of engineering to Kira yet. Kira says, haha, thanks. Also more suffering. Yeah, I bet. Geez, how much schooling do you need for that? That's insane. All 3 disciplines in one. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Jay Lynch says, and here I am with a master's in corporate communications. Hey, dude. It's a master's, you know? Don't sweat it. It's a master's. Not many people can say that, so respect due for that. Jeez. Nice. Nice. Alex the Duke said, yeah, Jon Stewart, cool. Bailey says, yeah, good thing Gundam appeals to all walks of life. It really does, you know? It really does. Doesn't matter where or kind of what vocation you're interested in, or, you know, if you're more engineering inclined or if you're more artistic inclined, man, you know, it just appeals to everybody, and it's just so damn cool, right? So, makes you feel good, right? Makes you feel good. Let's see. Alex the Doof, isn't there like that one engineer out there who is a sick builder who works at Petronas? I don't know, man. I don't know what Petronas is. So you lost me there, Alex. I'm sorry, buddy. I know, Shunegi, the Japanese builder who won it all, I believe, in 2015, with that insanely detailed, reproportioned new Gundam. I believe he's an engineer as well. So there you go. Engineering is kind of where it's at with a lot of things, you know? Engineering is an awesome field. But so is graphic design, people. So is graphic design. Yes, sir. All right, let's get to work. Come on, everybody. We've been conversating most of the night. We haven't hardly gotten stuff done. Mind you, it's been amazing to talk to you guys. I love every second of it. I really do. To hear, you know, Akira over here building Gundams for a living, being a mechatronic engineer. I mean, that just sounds badass, right? And then Jay Lynch with his master's in corporate communication. I mean, hell, come on. Like, all kind of spectrums of people. It's so freaking cool. From all over the world, mind you. It's amazing. I love it. That's why I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. So cool. It is so freaking cool. All right. But we need to get work done. That's another reason why we do these things, is to get work done and to show you guys some of the techniques that I do and educate you and maybe entertain you. I don't know. Have fun. That's another reason, right? Alex the Doof, engineers equals cheaters. What? Come on, dude. Nah, don't do that to the engineers. We got so many engineers in the house. You're insulting all of them. You're insulting all the engineers. Love my engineers. They're amazing. All right, so chopper. We need some 1mm Dymo tape. Okay? That's what we need. We need it right now. Stat, even. So this is a little 1mm scrap piece of strip here we're going to use as a measuring guide. We're going to pop that stop block over to the blade in the piece. We're going to move that out of there. We're going to get some Dymo tape cut up in this thing because we need some 1mm strip, right? So we're going to pop this right into here, pop that down, grab our little itty bitty 1mm strip out of there now. Right there, like that. We're going to cut some more. We need at least 3 pieces. And that's getting a little close for my taste, so we're going to actually use the L square to hold this in to avoid injury, right? That would be bad. And pop that down, clear that out, and there is our third little piece of Dymo tape. Now, we are going to use all 3 of these little pieces of Dymo tape that we just cut. And let's get a good measurement here because this is probably 1 1/4, and that's still okay. Still highly useful. It's about 1 1/4. So that's good. Take that, right? We can take that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a little scribing guide here. Excuse me. We're going to peel off the tape here on the back. There we go. Pop that off there. All right, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to pop this right on the top here. Actually, let's do this one on the side because we're going to need to bevel the top piece a bit. So we're just going to put this right there in that sharp indent and panel line that we cut into this thing last week, right? So now, like I said, what we got to do, excuse me, got a bit of a sniffles right now, is we're going to bevel and we'll cut this piece so it fits a little bit better, right? And let's see, that's good. Pick that up. We are going to peel the tape off this thing. Grab that with our tweezers, peel the tape off of that, and now we're going to attach this to the top here, and we're just going to line that top part of it right up with the top part of the panel here. Just get that kind of locked into place. That looks good. And we're going to do the same thing to the last piece here. Peel the tape off of here. And grab that with a tweezer, stow that away. Last piece in position. We're going to line this one up with the edge of the bevel here. And get that stuck down there. Just kind of press all those pieces into place. So now we've got a nice little outline for our sub panel here. So let's get you guys zoomed in so you can see that's what we did, right? Just a little bit of overlapping, nothing crazy, nothing insane, just a sub panel based on the kind of perimeter shape of that flat piece, right? So that's all we got to do. Let's see. Let's check in over here. Yes, guys, this is awesome. God, George, I don't know how to say your first name. Iona. George Minescu says he says, when you have time, check your Facebook inbox. You'll find your honorary diploma. That's awesome. That's awesome. We're gonna have to look at that on the next one. That's really cool. Very, very cool. All right. So thank you, George. I appreciate that, buddy. All right. So let's get scribing here, shall we? All right. So visor down. 0.15, our good friend here, and we're just going to scribe the inside of this shape. And we don't want to put a lot of pressure on the tape because this tape is going to be very, very fragile on here because it's got very little surface area for proper adhesion. So we're going to be super, super gentle with it, and we're going to let the chisel do all the work. We're not going to apply much pressure at all. And this is going to take more than a few passes to get the line established. And then once it's established, we'll come back, strip this tape off of here, then we'll get it to our final depth. But we want to just establish the groove first, and then, like I said, we'll come back, we'll get it to the final depth that we need it to. And you want to make sure that this tape hasn't migrated on you like it did for me, because this one here on the side moved a little bit, and that is not what we're looking for. Bad tape. Bad tape. That top part is good. Okay, cool. So we're gonna scribe the first, the long sides first, and this piece definitely wants to move because I can just see it when I'm scribing this line, and it's migrating every single pass, so that's not a good situation. So we want to go super light on this. Very, very controlled passes. Just start to get that groove established, and then that way we don't have to worry about that tape migrating, because that chisel will ride in that groove rather than on the side of the tape. And that's ultimately what we're looking for. And there we go. We got it. We got it. Cool. All right. So now that top part is going to be the tricky part because it's so short and it's in between two fragile pieces of tape. Super light touch the first few passes. Just to get that line established here. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to go back in the other direction. Flip this thing over and just go back over that top line. There we go. Now we got a good groove. Cool. All right. So now what we can do is we can peel off all these pieces of tape, toss them, because we're pretty much done with it. Take a look at our work, and yeah, I dig it. I likes it. I like it. So let's get these final depths scribed in here. And like always, you want to listen to the sound that the chisel makes, because if it's chirping, skipping, anything like that, any weirdness, If you feel it kind of getting wavy or anything, then spin it around, go in the opposite direction, and that should help you smooth out that scribe. Okay, looking really good. Okay. All right. So, let's see if we can get the light on. There it is. There you guys can see it. Little sub panel there. Nothing crazy. What we could do is we could paint that a different color when it goes to actually painting it, right? So, pretty neat. Looks good. Might add a notch or something in there just to break it up, right? So, I like it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Wow, it's already midnight, guys. We went. Time just flew, right? Time flew. Let's get caught up with the chat, shall we? Let's get caught up with the chat. Boop. One camera. All right, so let's start over here on the good old YouTube. Let's see what you guys are talking about here. Bailey says, by the way, Tim, I got that Suji Borido scribing tape in my hobby search order. It's basically clear Dymo. It has a backing. That is cool. I might have to invest in some of that. I might have to do that. That's good to know. Because the backing is important, especially when you do stuff like I do, cutting it and shaping the Dymo tape and stuff like that. Just snipping it off with the scissors, it's not a big deal if you don't have the backing, but that's good to know. Good looking out, Bailey. Good looking out, brother. Feels thinner, though. I don't know about that. Thinner might be nicer as long as it sticks. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, testing will be required. Bailey says, very true. Going to try it out soon. Was doing some scratch building tonight. Very cool, dude. Very cool. Let's see. Bailey says, I'm far from an engineer, very much a social scientist. Yeah, dude. With like 3 degrees in psychology? Jesus. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Network Noob has joined us. He says, morning. Or she. I don't know. Thank you for watching, Network Noob. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Soldier BL. So you won't have any problems with my name. I am Soldier BL on Twitch, Black Lotus on Facebook and YouTube. And, oh, that it. Okay. All the same person. Okay, so Eunut is Romanian for Johnny. Okay. I'm going to have to remember that. Maybe I can just call you Johnny. Is that cool? We have a deal? Hope so. Thank you, Johnny. So that's cool. Okay. See, because that's the thing. Like, okay. So this is the thing with usernames, right? So if you go like on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or Instagram or Twitter or wherever else, if you look up Child of Mecha, that's me, right? I have one username throughout the whole thing. But man, everybody's got different usernames on different things. And it's so confusing for me. Dude, it's so nuts, right? Because Burkana over here is Ace Schultz, and then he's something different over there on Twitch, and he's something different on Facebook. And same thing with Bailey. Bailey's Bailey over here, but then on Instagram he's Kamau Zeta, right? It's just like, what? So sorry, man. It's just, yeah, it's so confusing trying to remember all of the usernames and everything. But that's cool, man. Thank you so much for all the follows and subscribes and everything. Johnny, man, that's awesome, brother. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That's cool. M. Nielsen says, morning. It's mid-afternoon here in New Zealand. Thank you for watching from New Zealand, M. Nielsen. Welcome back. 5 a.m. in the UK. Yeah, dude, it's midnight here. So yeah, your guys are 5 hours ahead of us. M. Nielsen says, time for a cup of tea then. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let's see. Ace, Network Noob is working on a Strike Freedom high grade. That sounds great. Sounds super good. Let's see. Let's see. M. Nielsen, nice. Soldier BL, cool. Andrew Young says, should I pack or should I just try it and finish the Xeon? Yeah, just go for broke. Finish the Xeon. I mean, it's just college, right? It'll be there. Bailey says, trying to standardize Kamal Zeta everywhere. That's a good call. It's such a good practice to standardize your username across different social medias, especially if you do want to try and get your stuff out there. Like for me, it's Child of Mecha everywhere, right? Child of Mecha, Instagram /Child of Mecha, Twitter /Child of Mecha, Facebook /Child of Mecha, etc., etc. So it's just easier to, I guess, find the person that that you're a fan of, really, right? So if you guys are watching, if you want to try to get your stuff out there for the world, for people to see, man, that's the best advice I can give you. Standardize your username across all platforms. So good stuff, Bailey. It's on here in YouTube, but Google settings, hell, I'll figure it out soon. Yeah, dude, it's so hard to switch up your username on YouTube for some strange reason. I don't know why they make it such a pain in the ass. My username on YouTube used to be the Child of Mecha, and then I just cut off the, and I was lucky enough to do that. It's like deep in the settings. Look it up on YouTube. There was a tutorial that I found on how to do it. Excuse me. And it's not technically that hard. It's just hard as shit to find, man. So yeah, definitely standardization is a good best practice. So Andrew Young says, all right, guess I'll paint then. Yeah, why bother? It's just college, right? It's just your future we're talking about. God damn it, Andrew. Sorovan over there on Twitch says, yep, standardization is good. I agree, man. I agree. Let's go back over there on Facebook. Oh, and Johnny's back over there. He says, same thing over there. So cool. Edwin RSA, consistent branding across all platforms is a must. A wise man said, if there's a new platform, sign up as fast as you can before someone use your username. Yeah. Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. And I almost forgot. Chisel discipline, right? Yeah, and let's get into this. Let's talk about this for a second. So, if you're interested in, kind of getting your stuff out there a little bit more in the community, obviously, standardization is an absolute must, right? But like Edwin said, when a new platform pops up, if you have a potentially common name, yeah, go sign up for it. What's the hurt? You don't use the platform, right? So that's kind of what I do, right? It doesn't hurt anything, and it secures your name. Back when I was kind of taking my break from the hobby for like 6 years, I actually let the Child of Mecha URL expire, and someone bought it. And when I started to think about getting back into the hobby, I was crushed when it wasn't available. I was just like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I want that back, right? So luckily enough, whoever had it, let it expire. I got it back. No big deal. And now I've learned my lesson. I'll never let it go. So If you want a URL, go get it. Go sign up for it. It's like $15 to secure your URL at most registrars. It's easy. It's cheap. It secures your potential website future. So, but anyway, hey, check out Chata Mecha. You can get these cool shirts too. It's a nice little segue into that conversation, right? This is a cool ass shirt, the Pew Pew laser gun shirt for the RX-78. See, look at that. Same thing, right? Yeah. Sorry. All right, folks, let's wrap this up. All right. So, a few points of business. We talked about the Chata Mecha store. Get the shirts, get your hats, get your bags, get this, win this model on the Gunpla Talk fundraiser / giveaway. One lucky donor will win that very model. This one right here. The one that I just held in my hand. Could be some goodies in it. You never know. But go donate. It's for a really, really good cause, the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. It's open worldwide. Singapore, there's hurdles that can be overcome, but GoFundMe just has a problem in Singapore. So if you really, really, really want to get in on it, Singaporeans, contact one of us on Gunpla Talk or just message the Gunpla Talk Facebook page, and we can try and help you, because we had a really good experience with a young lady from Singapore, Heki Dio. Man, and she donated $200, and it was awesome. It was awesome. So if you're living in Singapore and you might see this, or if you're really interested in trying to, donate or something like that, contact me, contact one of us on Gunpla Talk, contact the Gunpla Talk Facebook page directly. Any of that, you'll reach one of us, and we can definitely help you out. Okay, but donate, please. If you're not in a position to donate, man, give us a share. That would be amazing. We saw a few of those on Instagram today, and man, that just meant a lot. I'll be honest with you. That meant a lot to me. It's just such a good cause, you know? It's just one of those things that just kind of makes you all warm and fuzzy inside. Kind of like a warm blanket and a fire. I don't know. But if you're into that, donate. If not, give us a share. It's a good thing, right? So, if you're interested in the tools and stuff that I used here today, check out the little Amazon link down below on the YouTube description, on the Facebook description, a little bit later on Twitch. Go to studio-net to pick up this amazing book from my friend Kevin Zhang, K-Mr. on Facebook. He's an amazing modeler, 3-time North American GBWC champion. Really amazing artist. Go pick that up. Go buy that on his website. He also sells MadWorks chisels. Go buy that. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that was a good stream, right? I think so. I think we had some awesome conversations. So kudos to you guys for watching. And everybody in the chat, let's finish it out. Let's get caught up one last time, and then we're going to say goodbye for the night. Let's see, Bailey. Woo, you were out of the hobby too. Makes me feel better. I was not building for a decade. So many changes. Yeah, dude, I took a few years off to start a family. So, it's one of those things. I came back in 2012, 2013, and then kind of the rest is history, So, M. Nielsen, laser gun. I thought it's a beam rifle. Yeah, whatever. Laser gun, beam rifle. Potato. It is what it is. So, it's a cool ass shirt. Go get you one. $5 shipping in the U.S. and Canada. $10 shipping every place else. Flat across the board, no matter what you buy. Go get one. All right. Andrew Young says, "Whoops. Maybe I'll pack then." Fair enough. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back here on Wednesday, same time, so come on back. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be good conversation, and we're going to continue working on the Jesta, hopefully. All right, so with that being said, you guys are awesome. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys.